Hey guys, welcome back. So last time we finished the threads completely, and this is actually a different version that I'm going to show you guys now. This is actually a finished version of Wally. So in the next couple of parts we're going to go ahead and add the connection piece that will join this up. If we do Regium later on, we might have to change this around, so this might not work properly, but for the modeling sake it looks pretty cool. So this is what it's going to look like. So after we finish this part, we're also going to go ahead and add these pieces to the main body to finish that off, and then we'll only have left the back to do. So I'll quickly show you guys that as well. So this is what Wally's back going to look like after we finished it all, and that's all we got left. So hopefully in the next couple of parts we'll be able to finish him off completely. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'll open up the where we left off last time, and I'll just show you guys another reference that I'm using. So basically, to figure this part out, it was a pain to find good references for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this that I took a screenshot of how this actually looks like. So I can go ahead and work off this, but you guys should be able to copy it off me quite easily. So we're going to go ahead and start off with this main piece here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and start off with the standard cube or rectangle. I'm just going to go ahead and drag it roughly around here, and let's go ahead and in the side view, let's go ahead and give it some thickness. And I can't actually see what I'm doing, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and clean up our layers because it's a bit of a mess at the moment. So it seems like that this is going to be our thread layer, so let's just name this thread left. And let's go ahead and add layer to it. Okay, so this new bit is something that it was just me that I added, so I'm going to go ahead and empty this layer and then delete it. Okay, so in the thread bit we're going to go ahead and add this part to it as well. Okay, so this way you can go ahead and toggle on and off our thread. And I don't know what this is, but we're going to go ahead and empty this layer as well, and let's go ahead and delete it. I guess this was our old thread layer. And let's go ahead and select everything that we have so far in case you haven't done this, and go to edit, delete all by type history, so it saves us some performance. Okay, and now we should be able to go ahead and start working. So let's go ahead and move this into the right place, and I'm just looking at my reference on the side. I got it on a different screen, and it seems to be around the center of this. Okay, so let's go back into our front view and let's go ahead and start extruding this. So let me just zoom in here, select this bottom face, go back into our front view. Let's go ahead and extrude this once. And let's go ahead and extrude it one more time all the way down to the bottom. Okay, and let's go ahead and grab this vertex and move this in. So once we have that, we can go ahead and grab these pieces and let's go ahead and extrude them as well. So I'm just going to move it out roughly to be around here, and if we toggle on our thread, should be able to see how far it is, and just leave a little gap like so. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Now what I'm going to do is go into our side view again, and I'm going to go ahead and make this a bit thicker. We'll probably go ahead and cut this in half as well in a bit, but let's just block out our main shape. So this is the main case for all the bits that are going inside here. Okay, well, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go ahead and cut out the inside of this. So probably the easiest, there are probably loads of ways to do this, and I think the way we're going to do this is we're going to go ahead and delete all these faces. Okay, but like I said, there are a ton of ways to do this, so you can do it a different way if you want. This is the way I'm going to do it. So I accidentally deleted that face as well, so let me just undo that and deselect that face and then delete. Oops, there we go. Let me select these faces again. Okay, so basically now the inside is cut out, and now we just got to go ahead and add the thickness to this. Okay, so probably the easiest way to do it, now that I just thought about, is if you go ahead and duplicate this and make sure that the pivot is in the center. You could probably go ahead and just scale this down. Probably scale it down on this angle, and then scale it down here, like so. Okay, so once we have this, we should be able to move around our vertices quite easily. So let's just go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and grab in my side view, it might be the easiest. Or we can do it in perspective as well. Let's go ahead and grab all these vertices, or the one higher. Yeah, the one higher row. Select your move tool, and let's go ahead and snap it up here. And then you're going to go ahead and select all these vertices. Select that angle, and you're going to make sure that it's lining up with this. Okay, so once we have that, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with these ones. So I'm kind of improvising with this. I don't think I've done it this way last time, but now that I just thought about it, this might be the fastest way of doing it. So we're going to go ahead and select this row and make sure that it's snapped there, and then we're going to go ahead and select the top, snap it up here, select them, snap it up there. It might be a bit too high, I selected the wrong one as well. Okay, and let's go ahead and turn on X-ray and select those vertices and just move them in. Okay, so if I go into my front view, I should be able to see how this is looking. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and move these down a bit. And that looks like a pretty good inner shell. And now all you should have to do, if I've done this right, is if you go ahead and combine this to mesh, so go to mesh, combine, and make sure we re-isolate it. Now basically all we got to do is join up these faces, okay? So that shouldn't be too complicated, hopefully. So we're going to start off with this edge around here, I think. That should be alright. And let's go ahead and extrude it. Move it. Okay, and then just use a merge vertex tool to snap these to the right place. Okay, so that's filled in. Now we're going to need an edge loop going around here, so you can go ahead and merge this, but at first let's go ahead and extrude this. So I'm just going to go ahead and drag this way. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and use the merge vertex tool to join these up, and I'm just going to go ahead and snap this here. Okay, pretty cool. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and actually, we can go ahead and probably cut this whole thing in half, and then we can just duplicate it over. So let's go ahead and do that in my side view. I'm going to go ahead and add in a loop here, and we're also going to need a loop going on this other piece, the inner piece. Okay, and I'm just going to select that axis, snap it to this, so now I can go ahead and cut that half off. So just go into a side view, and it's going to be this half. So I'm gonna select all that, delete, and now we only got to do this sort of extrusion on one side. So let's go ahead and add in an edge loop to this. And once we have that, just move this loop so it lines up with that vertex, like so. Now I can select these two vertices, merge vertices, okay. And now it should be merged. We're also going to do that around here. So let's go ahead and use the insert edge loop tool, like so. And then instead of using that here, I'm going to go ahead and use the target weld or merge vertex tool. So I'm going to snap this one to there. Okay, so that's all joined up. Now we can go ahead and select this edge, extrude this one, just push out here. And I'm just going to go ahead and use my merge vertices here, like so. So that's all done as well. Okay, so that's pretty good. Now we only got to do this bottom side. So let's go ahead and grab that edge, extrude that. Oops. And I'm going to go ahead and snap it. And then go ahead and select them vertices, merge them. You can also check if they are merged. So just select one and move it, and it looks like it is merged, so that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and try to bridge these two. And as you can tell, sometimes it freaks out, that's why I don't like to use it. I'd rather stick to my old tools. So I just snap that one and then I'm going to extrude it again, move it down and then snap it here. And let's go ahead and merge the vertices before we forget. So there we go. And let's go ahead and do the same thing with this one and that one. Okay, let's go ahead and extrude this. Snap it, select the two vertices. And again, this is shift right click and then merge vertices, okay? So once we have this, we only gotta do this edge. So let's go ahead and extrude this as well. Snap it here, select the vertices. Okay, so that's pretty good. Now we just got to sort out this loop and goes around here. So let's use our insert edge loop and push it down here. And I can use the target or merge vertex tool to move that up. Okay, so basically that's done. We're just going to have to go ahead and duplicate it over. So let's go ahead and do that. So I just duplicated it, come out from my isolation and can't see it. Modify center pivot. Okay, that might help. And then let's go ahead and scale this on the Z, -1. Okay, and let's go ahead and move this close. In my front side view, sorry. Okay, should be close enough. Select both of them, mesh combine. Select it, edit, delete all by type history. Delete that node. And now we can go ahead and select all these vertices in the middle and try that. And it seemed like it worked pretty well. Make sure you check it. Didn't freak out anywhere. And it seems to be pretty good apart from my camera is freaking out, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and delete that inner edge loop. Okay, so that's great. We basically got the shell done quite quickly. Like I said, there are a million different ways of doing this, but actually I think last time I'd done it a lot slower, so quite happy with the way this worked out. And let's just have a look what's going on here. and for some reason still have this edge there, so let's go and delete that. And before we do anything, let's just make sure that this is okay by going to mesh and go to where was it, cleanup, that's what I'm looking for, and make sure you have faces more than 4 sides selected. Then click cleanup, and it tells you here that result is 0, so everything's good. So now let's go ahead and add in all the edge loops that we need, so you can go ahead and smooth this, and then this piece is done. So let's go ahead and start this side. Okay. So once we added these edge loops, we're going to go ahead and do all the inner workings of this, and for some reason this is not going around properly, but it should be fine. I think. Yeah, that should be fine. So let's go ahead and add in these loops as well. And on the bottom here. Okay, that should be okay. Gonna need one here as well. And now let's go ahead and check this side. So it seems like I'm gonna, oops, need it in here as well. One more here, and I think we're pretty much done. Let's go ahead and smooth it. Okay, so that looks pretty good. We might want to go ahead and tidy some of these edges up a little bit, just to make it a little bit sharper. So I'm just going to go ahead and add one in here in the center, and as you can tell, that pushes these smoothed edges back a little bit. I'm going to add one here in the center, and as you can tell, it pushes them back. And I'm going to do the same thing around here, and that should be pretty much fine. So let's go ahead and have a look how that's looking. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I think this piece is done as well, and then in the next couple of parts we're going to go ahead and finish up all the inner workings of this. So the threads should be all connected up. So I'll see you guys in the next couple of parts.